being here. Let's open up for Wilfried.
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
I first want to start. It feels like a lot, especially specifically MLS matches, it feels like some teams have just been able to overpower you guys, get a lot of fouls, be very physical. So just how do you go about the physicality you've seen in MLS matchups, and how do you kind of counteract that?
I would say we got used to it because it's been like that. Started a bit last year, at the end of the year, and this year obviously we saw drastically change. So that's why there is a lot of emotion from my players because sometimes this is not fair, to be honest with you, because we should add more fouls. Example, again, I know that the referee wants to do a good job, but we have VAR now, and PK, it was a PK on this one. So, and after that, they like to make fouls, and this is the game. This is high-level game. So this is something that we don't complain about this because this is high level, but we try to use tool with our players to control their emotions with that. So they have to play with emotion, but if you are too focused on that, your performance is going to be affected. So we try to find the balance. But it's true that I know that the referees, they try to do their job. They know that every teams play in a different ways, so fouls can happen in more teams than other. But again, this is something that it's a concern, to be honest with you, as a staff, as a coach. But this is also the high-level game. This is the way it is, So I try to find the balance to help my players, but also to tell them that this is the way it is. We have to maybe adjust certain things, the way we do things on the pitch.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you talked to your players about it, but how are they feeling physically after the match on Saturday? It was a very physical match. I know Sean got a couple hits.
Mm-hmm.
Arlington. How are they feeling?
No, to be honest with you, the fact that we played the Champions League, we against the Mexican team, this is the same also. So obviously disappointed because we know that this game it was a rivalry and this is important for the fans, for everyone to win this game. But listen, yesterday we had a meeting. I wanted to be honest and also constructive about what I felt about this game. Like I told you, it was a weird game, and I understood why it was a weird game because we did a good game. They were really aggressive, yes, but now our game is all about the evolution of our game. It's all about details. This is not about how we play. This is about details. And what does it mean by details is we knew that most of the team now what they try to do is try to be really aggressive with our backline. So first half and second half, we had animations that we were able to come out of the pressure. And the game is open because when we come out of the pressure, so we delete 5 or 6 players, so my players attack. But now, when we attack, it's all about now the nuance. Do we keep attacking, try to score goals, and this is something that we have to do, like the first action that we had when we started the game. Matan gets the ball, so instead of playing Steven for the overlap, he played through the middle, and it was a counter-attack. This is this kind of detail that we have to be better. And my players know that, and they are pretty good on that. But now, we cannot miss that, because if we miss that, we know that it could be more difficult to have this kind of situations. So that's why this first action, we have to attack quick, but after that, we have different action where it was the moment to install. But we have to be better between, I'm going to try to be good in English, between play fast and rushing. Is it clear, the nuance for you? Voilà. So this is the key point for us. This is the big details that, because we are really good to score goals fast, counter-attack or break the pressure and attack. But now, do we still play fast or we rush too much? And many actions that we had against Cincinnati, we rushed a lot. So that's why it was a weird game, because we started really well. We had 10 minutes a bit difficult, I would say, in the first half, including the last action that they had, but they had only one save from Pat. Second half, we started really well, but we conceded the goal against the game because we had the tempo. And after that, don't get me wrong, the 2 goals that we conceded, not good enough on this one. We should have been better. But that's why it was a weird feeling, you know. So the fact that I explained and I showed picture and we discussed with my players with that, today we feel better.
And I know it's been, I think, 7 games since you guys were winning MLS. Do you think it's because of you guys are struggling to find that balance within MLS play of rushing the attack and when to play fast and when to attack, or is it because also MLS teams kind of know you a little better than CONCACAF teams?
Everybody knows us. There is no. I understand this topic, but for me, I try to fight that, because I'm going to give you an example. I'm not the only one, but I have a scouting department to prepare the game. So we watch between 3 and 5 games to decide how we're going to play. So every team knows the way we play. So it doesn't change. Now, us, because we are good to do certain things, now we have to be better to play with more details. I told my players yesterday that we cannot miss certain passes because they have the level for the second year to make a good pass. And if we are not good on that, it could be more difficult for us. So we should be more detailed, and we have to be more detailed and more precise. Because again, some team is going to press us, some team is going to stay low, and so on. But yeah, we don't play the same way all the time. We change certain things. So yes, I try to adjust, but it's normal because we scout. We watch 3 or 5 games before playing one team. So everybody knows everybody. So for me, this is not really the topic. This is more about us. We are better to break the opposition. And like I told you, because we want to rush, we don't execute well. So it's on us to get better on that. This is the big nuance for me. You can disagree, but for me.
And last thing I want to ask,
Yeah.
you guys have a long road stretch. It's not just 1 or 2 games. It's like until June you won't be back at lower.com. So what kind of challenge does that present you guys, especially starting with a team you've already played, with a coach who knows the system very well? So what just challenges does this road stretch bring?
Excited. Yeah, excited because we play many games, because we face different kind of team, because we want to challenge ourselves, to get better and to find ways to have good performance and to win games. So we have this spirit. So this is the spirit of my team. This is the spirit of wanting to do well and play. We're gonna play Montreal, and we played this team 2 weeks ago. And after that, we're going to play Chicago, difficult team to play in their stadium. And after that, we're going to play Orlando. It's going to be hot. And we know that this is a really aggressive team. And after that, we go to play the final. 3 games to prepare the final and also to do well in MLS. So this is the way we see it. You're welcome.
Coach, I'm curious since you brought up the final, will you leave Orlando and go right to Mexico, or will you plan to come back first?
No, we're gonna come back first. Good question, because we did our homework and we tried to read a lot of science, to decide what is the best for the team. To leave 1 week before, or 10 days before, or to leave 2 days before, because we have no choice. So there is pros and cons. Mm-hmm. So what we did, that's why we had a meeting today. We decided to leave 2 days before, and but we're gonna do 12 or 13 days before, we're going to prepare the players for the altitude here.
Wow.
So this is the idea, because the idea is to try to help the player to deal with the altitude and to train at a lower level like this. You know, this is the best way to prepare the team. So, but at the end of the day, like I told them, yes, we're going to give them tools, but this is more about on the pitch what we're going to do in terms of how we're going to control the game or not. But yeah.
Is that a combination of interval training and nutrition and all sorts of things, that science you talked about?
This is the way we train. We have a day that we call it compete day. What does it mean? Compete day is to push the players tactically and mentally and physically to force them to be out of breath. So this is something that they get used to it already. But now when you play in altitude, to reproduce a bit certain things like this, so we're gonna have to do a bit of bike with the mask. We're gonna have to, we have also a certain way to sleep with certain tools to try to reproduce, try to reach 2,000 meters of altitude if they feel good when they sleep. So we try to find certain things to give them self-confidence.
Right.
This is not to scare them. This is to give them self-confidence and to play our game knowing that it's going to be difficult for both teams. This is the idea.
Seventh week in the season where you've got a congested schedule, is it becoming routine? I know you've said that players prefer to play games than practice. I don't know where your coaching staff is, and that's why I'm asking the question, where's your coaching staff and yourself when it comes to these tight weeks of games?
I was really happy to have a normal week to train. So this is good as a coach to go back to a normal week because we need to go back and to work on certain things. But when we don't have the time to work in a normal week, it's a good opportunity to how can I say that, to be good and to be creative as a staff, to do the corrective that we need to do, but also to prepare the game that we're gonna have to play. So this is, again, for me, this is amazing because it's forced me to be creative and also to find the balance between okay, we have to do a simple exercise because mentally they are tired and physically also, but at the same time we can add maybe these kind of things because we know that it's gonna be good for them to do it. So balance also for us as a staff. Yes.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
One last thing I want to ask,
Yeah.
you know, I talked to Mo and he said go back to Montreal. I want to ask you how he's doing and his availability, and also how I know you mentioned Eden isn't 100% how he's doing as well.
No, Eden is okay. You know, this is something that is going back and forth, but this is not. It cannot be worst. So this is not bad. You know, with his ankle, but he's going to be fine with that. And Mo is back. Yes, he's back. He trained the game day and also yesterday, so he's ready to be with us.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.